Superman's journal. Final entry. Cells are breaking down. I'm running out of time.
Welcome to the new world. Lay down your weapons and you won't be hurt.
Only have one chance to save the world.
When All-Star Superman was released in 2011, it emerged as one of DC's most heartfelt and poetic animated films, beautifully adapted from Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely's acclaimed comic book series. The film captured the essence of Superman, not as just a hero of power, but as a being of deep compassion, intellect, and humanity. It wasn't about him fighting endless villains or saving the world from yet another cosmic threat. It was about the man behind the legend, facing his own mortality while striving to leave behind a legacy of hope. This made the movie a uniquely emotional and philosophical experience, standing apart from the usual superhero fare of its time. The story begins when Superman, while saving a mission to the sun, is exposed to an overwhelming dose of solar radiation. Though it temporarily enhances his powers beyond imagination, it also begins to kill him from within, overloading his cells with energy. Faced with the knowledge that he's dying, Superman doesn't retreat into despair instead. He chooses to make the most of his remaining time. What follows is a deeply moving journey as he seeks to complete 12 great acts before his inevitable end. It's not just about saving people or battling evil, it's about coming to terms with life, death, and purpose. What makes All-Star Superman so powerful is its intimate portrayal of Clark Kent and Superman as two sides of the same man. The film reminds us that beneath the cape and the symbol lies someone who loves, who feels loss, and who fears leaving those he cares about behind. His relationship with Lois Lane is given new depth here, showing a man who finally reveals his greatest secret to the woman he loves. There's a bittersweet beauty to their moments together, Lois experiencing life beside a god, and Superman cherishing fleeting human connection before his time runs out. Their chemistry feels pure, sincere, and timeless. Throughout the film, Superman's interactions with others reflect his profound empathy and moral strength. He faces old enemies like Lex Luthor, who remains driven by his envy and obsession with proving humanity's superiority over Superman. Yet even as Luthor plots against him, Superman sees something greater within his foe, a man blinded by ego, but capable of understanding truth if only he could let go of hatred. The story's ultimate confrontation between them doesn't rely on grand explosions or destruction. It's philosophical, emotional, and surprisingly human. Luthor's realization of what Superman truly represents becomes one of the most unforgettable scenes in DC's animated history. Visually, All-Star Superman stands out for its elegant animation and artistic direction, which pay homage to Frank Quitely's distinctive comic book art. The film's world feels lighter, brighter, and more symbolic than gritty or dark. Each frame seems to glow with a sense of mythic beauty. Metropolis looks like the shining city of tomorrow, and the Fortress of Solitude appears as a cathedral of knowledge and memory. The character designs are expressive yet restrained, mirroring the story's tone of grace and quiet strength rather than bombast. Every visual detail reinforces the idea that Superman's story is a myth for modern times, a legend told with sincerity and reverence. The film's emotional heartbeat lies in its tone of acceptance and legacy. Superman's journey is not one of regret or fear, but one of peace and gratitude. Even as his powers fade, he remains steadfast in his mission to inspire hope. His compassion extends even to his enemies, his concern for humanity never wavering. It's a deeply reflective take on the superhero archetype. Superman isn't portrayed as invincible, but as mortal and meaningful precisely because of his vulnerability. The story asks what it means to be good, even when time is running out. It's not about power, it's about character. The supporting characters also add depth to Superman's world. Lois Lane, as always, serves as his emotional anchor. Her journalistic curiosity and her deep love for Clark remind viewers of the humanity within the myth. Jimmy Olsen provides moments of warmth and lightheartedness, showing how Superman's influence extends beyond battles and headlines into everyday lives. Lex Luthor, meanwhile, serves as a dark mirror, a genius consumed by pride who refuses to see the simple truth that Superman's greatness lies not in his strength, but in his heart. Their rivalry here feels both grand and intimate, shaped by ideology rather than just conflict. The film's pacing is graceful, allowing moments of introspection to breathe. It's not an action-heavy adventure, though the battles are intense and beautifully animated. Instead, it's a story about meaning, legacy, and understanding one's place in the universe. Each of the 12 labors Superman undertakes carries symbolic weight acts of kindness, sacrifice, and wisdom. Whether he's saving a young scientist from despair, confronting a sun-eater threatening Earth, or spending time with Lois on a day that feels eternal, each moment resonates with emotion and purpose. The musical score complements the story perfectly, using orchestral themes that emphasize the film's epic yet intimate nature. The music rises with hope and falls into melancholy at just the right moments, giving the audience a sense of awe mixed with sorrow. It mirrors Superman's own emotional arc, soaring, compassionate yet tinged with the sadness of farewell. Every note reinforces that this isn't just the end of a hero, it's a celebration of what he stands for: love, courage, and selflessness. One of the most striking elements of All-Star Superman is how it reframes the idea of death in a superhero story. Most tales avoid it, but here it's embraced as part of the myth. Superman doesn't rage against his fate. He accepts it, finding strength in the knowledge that he has lived a life of purpose. His final acts are not about power, but about passing on wisdom and ensuring that humanity continues to grow and thrive. It's a message of hope beyond mortality, suggesting that ideals never truly die as long as they inspire others to carry them forward. The dialogue throughout the film is poetic yet grounded, echoing Grant Morrison's literary tone, while remaining emotionally clear. Superman's words carry calm wisdom and quiet conviction, making his presence feel both godlike and deeply human. Even the villains are given moments of reflection, showing that everyone in this story, hero or not, is grappling with the meaning of existence. It's this philosophical layer that elevates All-Star Superman from a simple comic adaptation to a profound meditation on what it means to live well. In the closing moments, the story achieves an emotional crescendo that few superhero films dare to reach. Superman, having completed his final act, rises into the heart of the sun to save the world one last time. The image is breathtaking, not a scene of destruction, but of transcendence. It's a farewell that feels eternal, a transformation that symbolizes light and renewal. The world continues without him, yet his spirit lingers everywhere, in every act of kindness and every belief in a better tomorrow. It's a perfect ending for the greatest hero ever imagined. Even years after its release, All-Star Superman remains a masterpiece in DC's animated catalog. It stands as a testament to how superhero stories can be deeply emotional and intellectually profound. The film invites viewers not just to admire Superman's strength, but to understand his soul. It's a reminder that being a hero isn't about invincibility. It's about compassion, humility, and hope. For fans of the character, this film feels like a love letter. For newcomers, it serves as the purest expression of who Superman truly is. The voice performances bring incredible life to the story. Each actor captures their character's essence with authenticity and emotion. Superman's voice carries calm assurance, while Lois's is full of warmth and humanity. Lex Luthor's delivery is sharp and philosophical, portraying not just a villain, but a man consumed by envy of godhood. Their performances make every line meaningful, adding emotional depth to the film's reflective tone. Combined with the graceful animation and evocative score, the movie feels like both an epic and a poem, a superhero myth told with heart and grace. All-Star Superman doesn't try to reinvent the character. Instead, it celebrates him. It reminds the audience that Superman's greatest strength isn't his power to lift planets or fly faster than light. It's his ability to inspire kindness, courage, and hope in others. That's why his story endures generation after generation. The film captures that essence with sincerity, inviting viewers to see Superman not as a god among men, but as the best of what humanity could be. In every sense, this film is a farewell and a tribute. It's the story of a man who gave everything for others, who believed in goodness even when facing his own end. It's about understanding that immortality doesn't come from living forever. It comes from being remembered for the light you leave behind. All-Star Superman shows that even when the sun sets, its warmth remains. That's the legacy of Superman, eternal hope shining through the darkness, reminding us that as long as we believe in a better world, he will never truly be gone.